What's going on, YouTube? It's A-Shot11 back here with another video. Team Affinity 5 is right around the corner, dropping about 2 weeks from when I'm recording this video. So I wanted to talk about Team Affinity 5, what it will consist of, and then I'll give you a few players that I think will be really good in the game. I chose about 5 players out of 30 that I'm excited to see the attributes for. And before you guys yell at me in the comments for missing some people, I wanted to pick some people who already didn't have a high diamond card in the game, just for the sake of this video. Before we get into it though, if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one each and every week. And if you could, please leave a like and a comment, it really helps me out and I enjoy the conversation. But now, let's talk about Team Affinity 5. So the World Series just finished up last night with the Braves taking in the Astros 7-0. Since the season's officially over now, I firmly believe that the last stage of Team Affinity cards will be finest cards. If you're new to the game and don't know what the finest cards are, they basically just take the best players of each team who don't have a 99 yet, and they juice them up to each have a good card. We saw cards like 99 Jacob Stallings last year, so anything is really possible when it comes down to finest cards, and the dream finest cards are the ones that are community favorites that have incredible seasons because it's almost like a match made in heaven. We have some really good finest cards in previous versions of the game, and I think this year will be no exception. The Team Affinity format has stayed the same all year long, so there's really no reason for me to believe that things will change too much on that end. We should be seeing about 30 new diamond cards, a lot of packs and stubs at the very minimum, so prepare for a big content drop when all that stuff comes out. So the first player I want to talk about here is Muncy. His last series card is his highest overall card in the game right now, so he's due for an upgrade. His swing is always good in these games, and he always has some pretty good fielding and can play some secondary positions, depending on what SDS wants to give him. On the season, Muncy hit 249 with 36 home runs, 94 RBI, and 895 OPS. So if they drop this card, it should be a good bench bat at the very minimum, and should go well with some theme teams. Looking at this card here, we could look for an upgrade in the power numbers and maybe the fielding numbers, as he's only at 79, and there's a chance that we don't get him based on the fact that he was in Team Affinity 1, but he's more than deserving of the spot for the Dodgers this year. He had a great season, so maybe he will, maybe he won't. Keeping it in the NL West, let's talk about one of the greatest young talents in baseball right now, Fernando Tatis Jr. The cover athlete for this year's game has one of my favorite swings on a live series card this year. He's an all-around player, and if it wasn't for injuries this season, El Nino could have a year for the ages. Even with missing time though, he still hit 282 with 42 home runs, 97 RBI, a 975 OPS, and 25 stolen bases. I'm expecting a similar card to his Lightning card from last year, but with outfield secondaries, since he played there all over the field this year. If they drop this one, it would be one of the greatest shortstops in the game this year, and I'm absolutely stoked for it. I threw 2 pitchers onto this list, and I'm going to start with Zach Wheeler. Harper and Realmuto already had 99 cards for the Phillies, so it wouldn't make much sense to drop another version of them here. Wheeler had an excellent season, he was a workhorse for them in 2021, and on the season he had a 14-10 record, a 2.78 ERA, 213 and a third innings pitched, 247 strikeouts, and a 1.01 whip. His pitch mix is decent, not unstoppable. He should have a ton of control, stamina, and K-9 on the mound should he be released. And I get it, he's not the biggest wow factor in the game, but he did have a great season for the Phillies. He's one of the only options that they could have right now, and he'll be somewhat usable if he ups his attributes from his card that we're seeing here. My second pitcher for this list is probably the Cy Young Award favorite in the National League, Corbin Burns. It was a phenomenal year for Burns as he helped lead the Brewers to the playoffs this year. His 93 overall card was really good in this game for months with that pitch mix and control, and the finest version would just be nasty in this game. You could take this previous card, improve the attributes across the board, and you would have a formidable ace on the mound in ranked seasons. On the year, Burns went 11-5 with a 2.43 ERA, 167 innings, 234 strikeouts, and a .94 whip. Out of all the pitchers that could be possibly released with the finest cards this year, I would be most excited about Burns because of his amazing pitch mix, his great control, his decent windup, and his great per-nines. The final player I chose to talk about today is from the new World Series champion Atlanta Braves. I was debating for this one between Riley and Freddie Freeman, but I chose Riley because his numbers were slightly better. I also see Freeman getting either a solid flashback or a World Series card in the program for his 460-foot moonshot in Atlanta. If you look at this card that Riley had in the game earlier in the year, it's pretty solid, but we can look for upgrades against lefties. Even though the better side was against righties, the lefties can still use a boost. And maybe a little defensive upgrade for that play in the World Series? Maybe I'm begging, but it would be nice. On the year, Riley hit 303 with 33 home runs, 107 RBIs, and an 898 OPS. He would be a solid third baseman with a decent swing who doesn't have a super high tier card yet. So there you have it, guys. A look at what Team Affinity 5 could possibly bring when it drops on November 19th. Let me know who you would be excited for, or for who you want to see for your favorite team in the comment section below. Give me your thoughts on the 5 players that I listed here, or we can have a discussion down there. Hit that thumbs up button for me on your way out, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and hit that bell so you know every time I upload. Thanks for watching, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.